Hello, gorgeous. You're listening to the Girlfriend's Guide to Starting Over. On this podcast, we talk about everything from dating and relationships to personal development. We also speak very candidly about the F word, and by that, I mean failure. So grab a pen, tag a friend, and let's talk about it. All of it. Undergoing, overcoming, and simply trying to make it through. We are. Hello, gorgeous, and happy Wisdom Wednesday, and welcome back to my platform. As always, I am so excited that you are here. This month, I am talking to you guys about one of my favorite subjects, which is overcoming people pleasing. And this is really near and dear to my heart because when I mastered this, the game changed. I say very boldly that before the age of 30, I would say that every single major decision that I made in my life was to appease, to cater to help out, or support someone else. And that is absolutely terrifying. Think about how many things I did before the age of 30. Anybody else out there? Like, I did the good girl thing. I checked all the boxes. I followed all the rules. It was yes, ma'am, no, ma'am. I did not rock the boat. And I remember when I was going through my divorce, I kept saying, like, but wait a minute, I didn't sign up for this. Like, hey, Jesus, I did not sign up for the strong soldiers package. There has to be a mistake. And I wish that I could say that that was my eye-opening experience, right? But no, I spent the next 6 years in a fog doing all of the things, pleasing, appeasing, looking for validation in men and friends and my job and getting a degree. Like most people, I thought that having the house, the car, the kids, the ring, the job, the degree, I thought those things would satisfy me. But the reality is I was not aligned with who I was because I was a people pleaser. So this goes out to all the girls who are people pleasers. Even if you don't know it, if you think you're being a nice girl, if you think you're being super feminine, if you think that you are falling in line and it's going to win you something, I urge you to hear me out. If you are not aligned with yourself, you will never be happy. If you don't get aligned with you, you're never going to find peace in a situation or a circumstance where you weren't meant to be. And when you're a people pleaser, you find yourself saying yes to things you don't want to say yes to, going places that you don't want to go, staying there longer than you wanted to stay with people you never wanted to be there with in the first place. You were just checking the boxes. And I didn't get on here to say all that. In today's video, I'm telling you 3 reasons why, or 3 mistakes that you're making when it comes to overcoming people pleasing. 3 reasons why it's not working for you when you try to start over, start fresh, start new, okay? So the first is that you are not being consistent. You're not holding the line. You're not being consistent. So I get it. We just came off this high with setting boundaries, and you've been telling people, no, pop, no, I'm not doing that. I can't do that. My schedule is full. Sorry, I'm not drinking. You've been doing all the things, right? And then slowly but surely, people hit you with their tantrum. Oh, man, well, I'm only in town for 3 weeks. Oh, man, you said no last week. Last time you said next time. And slowly but surely, you let them creep back in. Slowly but surely, you started getting worried that you were going to lose the relationship. I said a couple of weeks ago that I used to people please and go along to get along and relax my boundaries because I was afraid of losing people. And now I hold the line because I am afraid of losing myself. When you fail to be consistent with people, they're going to try you. They're going to be like, well, she said no, but she says no all the time. I know she said that this was the last time she's covering my shift, but I'm going to ask her anyway. I'm going to give her the puppy dog eyes. I'm going to tell her that my kid has a recital, right? They start to work up all of these things to get you on board. It is up to you to be like, you know what? I am really sorry to hear that. How about we send out an email to see who else is available? I am so sorry. I made plans with my family. And even if your plans with your family is just cooking your favorite meal, going to the movies, hanging out on the couch, You get to hold your line. No, yes, no. Yeah, no, yes, no. Yes, no means no. However, there's a whole lot that comes with that no, and you get to be prepared for that, okay? So be consistent. Be consistent across the board with family, with friends, with your spouse, with your kids. You have to be consistent. Otherwise, you cannot be surprised when people try you, okay? As usual, guys, I got my notes over here, okay? Number 2, your overcoming people-pleasing strategies are not working because you're committed to appearing perfect. You are committed to not causing any sort of spot or blemish in your relationship with someone. What if I told you that people-pleasing is more about control than it is about connection? What if I told you it's a form of manipulation? I know. Pick your jaw up before a fly gets in there. When you people please, when you do things like saying yes when you really mean no, when you nod in agreement, or you laugh at a joke that's not quite funny, or you decide to go out with friends and you really didn't want to go, when you sit and you are a innocent bystander in some BS that you know you don't want to be a part of, you are doing these things in an attempt to manipulate the way that someone perceives you, receives you, or believes in you. And that means that this is a form of manipulation because you are attempting to control the way that people view you. Yeah. And when you want to appear perfect, like she's so friendly, she's so nice, she's so funny, she's so great, you're going to love her. I've never really been that friend. Like I was that friend, but I wasn't that friend. Like anybody got friends where you're like, hey, I got you on speaker? That was kind of me. Because I could blend in by all means, but my friends, the people closest to me knew that it's like, this is some BS. I really don't want to do it. But when it came time as go time, it's like, okay, brave face, here we go, right? If you want to be perfect to everyone all the time, you are going to be imperfect to yourself. I keep saying over and over that when you refuse to rock the boat and you stay calm or quiet to keep the peace, the storm brews inside of you. And then you wonder why you have this resentment. You wonder why you feel misused, abused, mistreated, like nobody cares about you. It's because you've caused an internal war. And all you have to do is be willing to say, you know what, that wasn't very funny to me. Sorry. Or I don't really want to go out tonight. Or yeah, actually, I don't want to share that. Or actually, no, you can't drive my car. Or actually, whatever it is, you speaking up for yourself may cause some sort of commotion in the moment, but it allows you to be at peace with you. When I was 32, when I was rock bottom and I was laying on my bathroom floor crying my eyes out because my relationship was over, my kids had moved in with their dad, my dog was dead, I was in an apartment the size of a shoebox. You know who was in that bathroom floor with me? Me and King Jesus. And all I could think to myself was all that accommodating I did, all that people pleasing, all that bending over backwards, all that stretching myself so thin in my midnight hour. Here I lie alone. And I decided at that moment, I don't care if you think I'm perfect. I don't care if you think that I'm what is the word that I want to use? I don't care if you think I'm difficult. I don't care if you think that, oh, she's a party pooper. My feelings mattered too, because I had put them on the back burner for so long that people even forgot, or it felt like people even forgot I had feelings, because it's like, oh, Kayla won't care. Kayla won't mind. Kayla doesn't. Yes, I do. But I had taught people to expect that of me. And so I could only blame me for that. As angry as I wanted to be at the people who loved me, that was on Kayla. That's on you. And you have the opportunity right now to say no more. Okay? Number 3. The reason why you overcoming people pleasing has not been working is because you keep making a lot of announcements and no moves. A lot of announcements and no moves. I'm glowing up. I'm going to be different. Y'all gonna see. I'm not gonna be doing what I used to do. I'm done drinking. I'm done clubbing. I ain't keeping nobody's kids. I'm glowing up. And then nothing happened. You're right back doing the very same thing that you were doing before. So it goes back to that consistency. It goes right back to that like commitment to being who you've always been, not disappointing anybody. So nobody believes you. It's like the little boy who cried wolf. You keep saying that you're not going to go out for drinks, but you go anyway. You keep saying that you're going to make a change, but you're not making any changes. So there's lots of announcements. There's lots, and don't get me wrong. I totally get like listening to a podcast, watching a training, seeing somebody live, going to a concert, seeing somebody you grew up with glow up. You're like, yeah. And all of a sudden you have all this momentum and you're like, I'm going to change my life. And then that inner mean girl, she taps in and she's like, who do you think you are? That's not what we do. Wait a minute, sis. Wait a minute. I know you said you're only having wine on Wednesdays, but you know we got to have our 2 for 2 on Tuesday. That is up to you to make the change. Consistency, letting go of the need for being perfect and being about that action. Stop talking about it. Start being about it. So speaking of being about it, next week I am hosting a 3-day mini mind. It's going to be in Telegram, not in a Facebook group. So there's going to be like opportunities for you to silence it, listen to it at the end of the day, interact whenever you get ready. It's on your timeline. I am only taking 10 ladies. 10. That's all. Why? Because I want to keep it small. I want to keep it private. I am giving you all of my secrets, all of them. I'm going to help you understand what people pleasing is all about. Why are we people pleasing in the first place? I'm going to help you to identify your people pleasing type. You probably didn't even know that there was like different types of people pleasers. And yes, you could be a combo because sister, it was me. Like I was a combo cluster. Like what is it? I was a combo sandwich, like the sandwich, the fries, the shake, all of that of people pleasing. That was me, right? And then I'm going to give you tips and strategies for overcoming. I have a 3-step process. It's so simple. Like when you hear it, you're going to be like, it's not that simple. The hardest part is applying yourself. And you're going to have me in your back pocket. You're going to have the opportunity to work with me, to check in, to get plugged in with me if that's what you truly desire. So I need to know, how long are you going to stay on this conveyor belt of life, this treadmill? Going, but literally going nowhere? Or when are you going to jump ship? When are you going to rock the boat? Literally, I spent so much of my life living by don't rock the boat. Don't ask too many questions. Don't be too big. Don't make a commotion. Do not make a spectacle of yourself. And then I realized that is not serving me. I have this like larger than life personality, and I was walking around on eggshells trying to make sure I didn't make anybody else uncomfortable. Do you know how uncomfortable that was for me? So I don't want that for you. I want to collapse time for you. I want to make it super, super simple, and I want you in here. So I'm dropping the link below, or you can just say, let's say Overcomer. I like that. Say Overcomer. I will send you the link directly to your email or directly to your DMs if you don't want nobody to know that you're interested in the link. Right? That's cool. And let's transform your life. I love you. I want the best for you. Have an excellent Wednesday on purpose. And me and you, we will talk in the next one. Bye, girl.